have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose, hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX-LG, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Full of water. I stay hot tub. Stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber dub in the hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Chilling in the hot tub. Yeah. Really make me sweat. Yeah. Chilling in the hot tub. Yeah. Really make me wet. Yeah. Well. I feel good.
Welcome.
Are you there?
To 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're taking the show in a new direction. Wildcat, do you have anything you want to say this morning?
No.
Jeremy's on his way.
Jeremy's on his way.
Yeah.
We got Tommy here.
I don't have anything I want to say either.
Yeah, we're going to have a little quiet time, a little rest time this morning.
Thank you all for listening. We'll see
you tomorrow.
We're tired, aren't we?
Man, what a week. Has it been long or what? You been okay? You doing all right, Tommy?
Yep.
Man, it's been a long week. I don't know what it is. I think the weather changed.
Yeah, it's got a lot cooler, which I like that.
Speaking of which, time falls back on Saturday night.
I saw that. So it'll be getting dark, what, about 5:30?
Yeah. But it'll be getting lighter a little bit earlier.
So when we come to work, it'll be daylight? Nice. Is that true?
I hope so.
I can't remember.
I hate driving.
Not when we do.
It was dark this morning when I left.
Yeah.
Until a little dark.
Yeah. I don't know about us, but the average guy would probably be light when they get up. We get up. Hell, I got to milk the cows and slaughter the hogs and everything else before we get going.
Choke the chickens.
But we're live, J. Michael's Restaurant, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tommy Santamont's with us this morning. Jeremy Pritchard's on his way. Tommy, traffic's pretty bad this morning. What's the deal?
The what now?
Traffic's been bad.
It's always bad.
Yeah, I was coming up here like, wow.
Going to work, coming back from work, and noon when everybody's going to lunch.
You know, I was doing my walk the other day in Bay Point. There was a deer. Oh, and let me forget, the Florida-Georgia game will be live right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. How you like that?
It's going to be a great game.
Yes, it is. Watch out, baby. Watch out, Kirby. And that night, we're going to have Auburn right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Jeremy's coming in.
He's coming in the door. Good. But Andy Burcham will be giving the call, and we'll have him on today at 8:15. Talk about everything's going on with the Auburn Tigers. Anyway, I was walking. I thought about you, Tom. I was walking. Deer and a doe, right? I'm telling you, they were probably as far as me and to Wildcat. I was walking. They looked up at me, and they just kind of walked.
You didn't have a gun?
No, they weren't scared. They know they're safe there. They know they're really safe.
He's not talking about for the deer or the doe. He's talking about taking a walk. You didn't have a gun.
No. He wanted to kill something.
I'm leaving Saturday morning to kill something.
Where are you going?
This is killing day, killing week.
Is it opened up?
Oh, it's been opened. I just been looking.
All right.
And this is going to be killing.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Kentucky?
Oh, Lyons, Georgia. Hoopie, Georgia,
you like Georgia,
basically.
don't you?
I like this new TV system we have in here. I can just look at that, and all the things that are happening.
Pay attention to what you're doing.
Say what's on that. You don't have to say anything else.
Can we just turn the camera towards that, and we don't have to worry about saying that stuff?
If we had all three of them running.
Guess we're giving away tomorrow. Free giveaway tomorrow. Guess what it is?
Candy.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I'll be here for that.
Tonight on 104.3 ESPN. Coverage starts at 6:30. The Ravens versus the Dolphins. Is Derrick Henry hurt?
I don't know.
I haven't heard much about him lately.
Tua and Waddle, they sure look like the Tua and Waddle of old.
Yes,
Sunday.
they do, baby. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. But listen to it right here. Yeah, we're going to give away candy tomorrow. But if you want to get yourself in great shape, have a body like Tommy Santamite, and just feel better like Wildcat, and have the intelligence of Jeremy Prison, all you got to do is listen tomorrow. And I don't know what color we're going to say, the first, second, third.
We'll announce it as we go along. We'll change it up a little bit to make it kind of fun. But we're still going to do it like 3 times in 2 hours. So that's going to be
free membership to where?
A 30-day free membership to Anytime Fitness on 23rd Street.
Right beside Jason Kovaleski.
That's right. So Jason's going to be here. He might have a thing or two to say about his friends there.
Yeah.
Are we legal to call in?
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I am?
Yes, you are. Matter of fact, the 3 winners are in this room right now.
All right.
Just don't tell anybody. As far as you know.
I thought about rigging one of them so I could go, but I'm such a recognizable face that I couldn't get away
You got
with
any
it.
kind of jokes?
Yeah, I do. As
Go
a
ahead.
matter of fact, you know why the Bengals Stadium is so hot?
No.
Because all the fans left.
That was good. That was a good one.
Was that a good one?
Jeremy, what's going on down at the church, man?
Things are going well at First United Methodist Church, Panama City. Just 8:15, 9:30, 10:45 this Sunday, and gosh, it's hard to believe we're down to 9 Sundays left in the whole year.
Can you believe high school football?
Yeah, here we are. I mean, last week of the season.
Did you know they give them an off week before the playoff starts? I don't know if they've ever done it before. I don't remember them doing that before.
Starts November the 5th, I think, the playoffs.
No, next week they told me there's no games.
Really?
One of the coaches said that. Maybe it's for 1A. I don't know.
I was looking at that.
Look that up.
I think 1A may have an extra week off.
Mosley plays tonight. Plays Florida
Mosley
High
plays
School.
Florida.
Right. We'll have Coach Whitten on
And
today.
how about all the potential redistricting again in high school football? You read those proposals?
I hadn't read that.
Okay, we'll talk about those. Maybe
What's going on with volleyball? I saw something you had posted.
Oh, well, huge congratulations to the South Walton ladies. Yeah. So,
good job.
I shared about it, and you're referencing that. We've talked about this for years, where the number of Bay County Dreams and Panhandle Dreams have gone to die at, Jacksonville or against these huge private academies. It takes nothing away from those schools. It's just about having a level playing field.
Right.
And if you follow volleyball in the area, 3 and 4A, which affect Bozeman, Freeport, South Walton, schools like that. That is Mariana. That's really the tightest cluster where you've got the most public schools playing private schools. The South Walton, coached by Megan Allen, for 5 straight years, had been eliminated by Bishop Kenny in the volleyball playoffs. But last night they slayed the dragon.
Did they really?
They did.
Good
yes.
job. Good job, Seahawks.
And that clip just showed what 5 years of frustration.
Who's the coach? Do you know who the coach is over there?
Megan Allen.
Good job.
Yep. And
Good job.
her crew do a great job. Charles out of Tallahassee punched their ticket. Liberty County and Chipley. Chipley for the first time since the 80s.
Wow.
Is going down. Wayne Reisinger there done a great job. So 4 area teams still alive. Gulf Breeze dropped a heartbreaker. Our own North Bay Haven Buccaneers dropped a hard match. Catholic from Pensacola came over. North Bay Haven won the first 2. Catholic won the next 3, and took the match. Went to the Final 4. Yeah.
And Catholic, as we know, is a private school.
That's right.
And that's who beat South Walton football last week. And they gave them a game, though. South Walton played really well.
Yeah. So I don't know the answers, but I do know that, you travel around, you call enough games like I have in all these different places, you can just see the disparity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there. And, we'll see what happens.
All the local teams went out quickly.
Rather quickly. Mosley lost in the first round to Middleburg. North Bay lost to Yulee. There was some good success, but that one and done format's pretty tough as well. And if you draw that first round road game, even tougher.
I wanted to ask you, it's about college. You and Tommy both. Because we've already talked about it all week. With LSU coming open, you look at Florida State, Auburn, they've waited for whatever reasons. And everybody's got their opinion on why. Of course, Auburn did get a win last week at Arkansas, looked well. And the new quarterback came in and gave them life. But what is the best job? I said yesterday, the best job to me out there is LSU, because you have no competition in state, and they got all kind of great play. Per capita, more NFL players go. It's so big in the state. Football is so huge. It's like what they identify with, like most states do. But the governor came out yesterday and said that Woodward, is that his name?
Yeah, Scott Woodward
would not hire the next coach at LSU. He jumped him about what he did at A&M and what he did at LSU, these contracts. He went off on it. It's how crazy what we're doing. And he's right about that, these long-term contracts.
Now, he was so upset you could hear that Louisiana accent.
I think he said he's going to get Trump's. He's going to get some input from Trump. But let me ask you this. In your opinion, now, I say LSU's the best job. If they came to me and said, Coach, you can have the LSU job, Florida job. Me personally, I would go to Florida. I've been in the state, and you got to look at state income tax. You do have to recruit against everybody else in the state of Florida. But I tell you what, they've won championships. So has LSU.
Well, Tommy's had some time in Louisiana. He can offer a counterpoint here.
No, that's not even close to be LSU. Like you say, all those, like that, Edna Carr, that high school.
This is an FSU fan speaking.
They have such great athletes, and they get them most of them. They grow up wanting to go to LSU.
Yeah.
So, in Florida you lose 2 games a year, you're out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the boosters they're pretty vocal about who they're going to hire and who's going to stay. But I think LSU the same way, but at least you get great athletes. Here, like I say, you compete against FSU, Miami, UCF,
Ohio State,
all of them,
Alabama,
and Georgia. All those are coming in Florida and picking out players. So it's a tough recruit, and because of Gainesville.
Yeah.
Look at Gainesville. Where's Gainesville?
And think about this, too. Most of the kids that play here have moved from some other part of the country.
Yeah, a lot of them have.
And LSU territory, they grew up in that state, and they grew up loving that school.
Yeah, that's right.
And they still dream of going and playing there.
Just like IMG Academy, they got them from all over the nation.
All over.
So you agree LSU's probably a better job?
I think LSU, I mean, you are the game in town. Sure, you've got the Saints, but as far as college goes, you're unrivaled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got those small colleges, Southeast, Northwest.
But LSU even plays them and distributes money back to them. I mean, they'll play McNeese, they'll play La Tech, they'll play those games.
Look now, when we started out in the 80s, it was really the big 3, Miami, FSU, and Florida. And now look at all the schools they have: Central Florida, South Florida, all the schools.
FIU,
Yeah.
North Florida.
And like you pointed out, your biggest competition is from Ohio State, Alabama. Alabama made a killing when Saban was there, all those great receivers from Miami area.
West Florida's already won a D2 championship. Don't count them out before making that jump.
That's right.
So getting to my real question, what's Lane going to do?
Bide his time in Oxford.
He's going to stay there. They're going to give him a big bump.
Those guys that worked with him at Alabama, they even said they don't know what he's going to do. And they did say money is not, people say the money, he said he's honest about that. Money's not going to determine what he does. But what's going to determine what he does, where he truly feels he has the best shot at winning a national championship.
I would say there's only 2 jobs that Lane Kiffin would take. Alabama being number 1.
Yeah.
And I think LSU might be number 2. He might jump to LSU.
When we're up there, when we had the connections up there, they all, because most of them had worked there, and they talk about what a great job that is. Now, I'll be honest with you, Lance Thompson, coached defensive line, he said way back, the first one I heard say it, he said the best job in college football, hands down, is Alabama. The head football coach got more power, can get anything he was. He didn't answer to anybody if you win.
Yeah.
If you win, it's the best job in college football. And I agree with that.
But in the new playoff format, Lane's sitting right where he wants to sit.
That's right.
He doesn't have to win the SEC championship to get into the national championship now. And he's going to be in. Just win out, and they're in with a good seed. They may have to host a first-round game, but he's right where he wants to be.
At playing in Southern Mississippi and coaching there, the school in that state with the money is Ole Miss.
It's Ole Miss.
And they usually get the best players in the state to go to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they were 3, now it's down to really Southern Mississippi has fallen off so much. It's really 2.
And you don't see Alabama going into Mississippi as much as they did historically. You would watch an Alabama roster, and I mean, western part or eastern part of Mississippi.
And same thing, Louisiana, same thing. Bama players, they go there and get. Bryant used to do it, and Saban did it.
Yeah. So Alabama's gone more national, leaving a lot of those regional players. They're still quality. I mean, if you're in the D1 conversation, you're D1.
What's going on in church? Everything good?
All good. Big day Sunday, with the calendar, interesting enough, everybody talks about Halloween, but in the church it's All Saints Day, and you remember all those that passed away, kind of actually tied to Halloween. But so we're going to remember 9 of ours that, passed in the previous year, and so it's the fewest number I've had since being here, which is really good. I mean, hard on those families still, but it's a significant day.
Well, that's awesome. Let's talk about some of our great people. We had a great lunch yesterday at J. Michael's restaurant. They had that world-famous J. Michael's spaghetti. The place was packed out. You know who showed up there? Phil Cobb. Phil Cobb walked in. The place almost fell apart. I couldn't believe he showed up. Richard Sanders was there. The legend. They got to build a statue of him. The amount of money, the revenue brought into this county for that young man, what he has done for Bay County is incredible. Publix Park, Frank Brown Park, you name it, the guy is incredible. And I really appreciate the Georgia Tech shirt. It's a nice cloth, too. Really nice shirt. Appreciate that, Richard. Also, yesterday they had at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. They had their big special, did really well. All you Mosley Dolphins, it's Mosley Day. Got Coach Whitten coming on. We want you to get down to Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Go have yourself a pregame meal. Tommy Sentiment, Louise, all you guys get down there. Head out to Tommy Yoller, have a great time. But it all starts at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. All the college football games going on. Tonight, the NFL game going on. The Ravens are playing. You can listen to it right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You can watch it down there at Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Go check it out. Pat Pernos, the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Also, don't forget about Russ and Amber. I want some great jewelry, Wildcat. Where can I go?
56 days till Christmas, Tommy.
Oh,
Jeremy. 56
Tommy's down there all the time. Tommy knows what he's doing.
And if you want that, so you've got plenty of time to get a custom, one-of-a-kind made piece of jewelry at David Adamson Designer Jewelry. While you're there, have a free jewelry inspection, have a free jewelry cleaning, and if you need a little money to buy some Christmas presents, they also buy your silver and golds. Take it there because they'll give you the best price. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Wildcat, we talk to Dr. Ward all the time, right?
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
And we tell you guys out there all the time, don't play around with skin cancer. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go get it checked. The strength coach at Houston lost his battle to skin cancer. They got it too late. And if they had got it, if he'd done what we're telling you to do, if he'd have done that, he'd be alive right now. But he waited too late. They did a special on him too. I think it was on game day. One of those things.
Early detection is everything.
Critical. You know, it's like when the show started this morning. I was like, man, I'm just not into it. Damn.
Yeah.
And now I feel it. I got the energy in me. It's like when Jeremy walks in the room, it's like I feel it. I get it. I get it, yeah. Jerry, thank you for that. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN. Tommy didn't do that for me. Jeremy did. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights. But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It's a baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 66 with a moderate breeze out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 51. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 67. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 70 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We are back live, J. Michael Studios. It is Mosley Day. I can't say enough good things about Coach Witten, what he has done, built that program into a powerhouse. He does an incredible job placing players to the next level. A lot of his former players that played at Mosley have gone on to play college football. They've gotten free education, which is a great thing. Does a great job with the kids in the classroom, develops players, and on the field, off the field. And here we go again, another great season. Coach, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great.
We have told everybody to get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn before the game, and I know you love that place also. Let's get into it. Talk about last week. Give us a little rundown of everything that went on, and then we'll get into this week.
Yeah, no, I thought last week we did a great job. We did a great job of starting fast. You know, scored 34 points in the first quarter. Carson Griffin had a great game. Had 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards receiving. You know, JP continued to be a great facilitator, and you know, defense did a great job of shutting them out there in the first quarter. But the thing that I was most proud about is we went to the twos to start the second quarter, and our young guys got a lot of playing time. Those guys had a lot of success. I thought our backup quarterback, Mace Grant, you know, played unbelievable. You know, showed a lot of poise. You know, was 8 of 12, had a touchdown pass. You know, I thought Tanner Page, young tight end that we had a good night catching the ball. The defensive side of the ball, we got a 9th grader, Dawson Reed, who got his 3rd pick of the year. Jordan Parberry, one of our young defensive ends, had a couple of sacks. So it was a great night, you know, for us, and it was a great opportunity for our young guys to get out there and play. And I thought they executed and played really well when they got their opportunity.
Hey, Coach Jeremy, good morning. Florida High coming back. Last year went over to Tallahassee and kind of got snake bit a little bit. Has revenge been a little bit of the motivating factor, or just staying focused so as to not let that happen again this year?
Well, I wouldn't say revenge is the right word, but we've definitely been it's definitely been a point of emphasis. You know, last year, obviously, to start undefeated, lose your last 2 games of the year. We didn't like the way that we finished the year, so that's definitely been one of our mantras this year, is being able to finish. And that's the challenge I've been to this team. Is that something that we've just talked about, or are we going to be able to put that to action? So, you know, we'll find out tonight. But I thought we've had a good week of practice. The guys seem to be locked in, and this team has overcome a lot of adversity this year. You know, through injuries. And obviously losing a game to your rival early in the year, but this team's been focused and continue to get better, and I expect us to do that and play well tonight.
Just kind of follow a couple of things here. One, weather. Clear the coolest night you played all year, and maybe even the windiest night. And have you had any discussions on that? And then kind of to the second point here. This is your last game before a little bit of a break. So is there anything that you're looking to do, or just have a chance with live reps before the break before the playoffs?
Yeah, first with the weather. I mean, anytime in Florida it gets a little bit cold, all the kids want to bust out hoodies and like act like we're playing at Lambeau Field. And once we start playing, guys, the weather's gonna feel great. So that's part of it. When we went over and played at Niceville early in the year, there's about a 15-mile-an-hour wind that night, so it definitely had an impact on the kicking game, and something we've dealt with a little bit. So yesterday at practice too, it was pretty windy, so it was good to be able to get out that and just have to deal with the wind a little bit. But like you said, after this week we'll have a bye week. We'll treat it just like a normal bye week in the season. And but no, there's not anything special within this game. We just want to be able to go out and execute and play good in all three phases of the football game.
Good morning, Coach. This is Tommy. Florida High, hopefully it'll be one of those games where you can get some kids in there that does not get to play that much. But Florida High did beat Godby, Childs, and South Walton during the regular season. So they're not a team you just look away and think you're going to just go in there and blow them out. Isn't that right?
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, they're definitely not, their record is not indicative of the type of team that they've played. If you look at their strength of schedule, they've played some of the best teams. They played, Thomas County Central in South Georgia, who's one of the best teams in the country. Last week they played Bishop Moore, who's one of the top teams in the state of Florida. So they've played a really tough schedule. So they've got really good players. Looking at them from afar, it seems like maybe the injury bug has hit them a little bit. There's some key guys that you saw early in the year that don't seem to be there now. Maybe they come back versus us. Maybe they're resting them up for the playoffs, but. We're definitely we're expecting them to get a good challenge. Coach Hickman does an unreal job with his schemes and having his guys ready to play, and we expect them to come and be a good ball game tonight. Yeah, being your last game, regular season game, and being at Tommy Oliver, you probably going to expect a good crowd out there tonight, right? I hope so. It's our senior night. We're honoring our 17 seniors. These guys have definitely been a part of this building this program, and the success that we've had is they have a large part to do with. So hopefully people appreciate that and come out and support these seniors on their last regular season home game.
I got a couple questions for you. Number one, how does this game? Because I still have a hard time figuring this stuff out. How does this affect you, champion? Do you play at home? If you was to win this game, does that guarantee a home game? If we have a mess up and not win this ball game, does that affect you? Do you have to travel, or do you even know? I can't speak to 100% certainties. I think we win. I think right now we're sitting at the 3 seed. The 1 and 2 are, I feel like, a little bit separated from us. I think winning this game, I don't think that changes our seeding. I think we're locked in at the 3. Also, at the 3 seed, we're kind of separated from the 4. So I don't know, win or loss, I don't know how much that really affects us. The only way that we would not get a home playoff game in the first round is if we were to get matched up against the higher seeded district champion, and I don't see that's very likely. So I'm pretty confident we should get a home playoff game here in 2 weeks. I couldn't tell you had the slightest idea about who that would be because there's still a couple more. There's a couple more weeks in the season, and there's a makeup game in there as well. So I think the rankings are definitely going to move a little bit between now and that first playoff game. Let me ask you this: is it even worth it tomorrow night? You guys could go scout, but you really don't know probably where to go. I mean, who are you going to watch? I guess you'd have to go watch several different games, but you don't know who you're going to play.
Yeah, I would say, like right now, at best guess, I could probably pin it down to about 3 teams. But I think it could very easily be one of those 3 teams that we could face in the first round. So, but again, I can't speak to any certainty of which one of those 3 is going to be.
Could the coaches do something, get up with the county ADs, especially the coaches that making the playoffs, and at least if they keep it like this, can they at least make the district champs, guarantee them it means something that they get a home field first round playoff game? I just don't understand how they do these things in this state compared to others. I like the old way when you knew you win your district, you get a home game, you're in the playoffs, and the runner-up traveled. There's no perfect setup, but I just don't. This thing y'all are doing, hell, you don't know what's going on half the time.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. And yesterday, the FHSA came out with a proposal for next year to go do a little bit of research and just go look at what they proposed yesterday. To me, it's even wilder than kind of what we're doing right now. Like, it just seems like we just keep tinkering every year, and it just obviously it doesn't seem like we're ever going to go back to the old way. I think it's frustrating, because it definitely feels like that it doesn't 100% get settled on the field. There's clearly teams that have beaten teams in the regular season, and those teams are seated, higher or lower than the teams that they beat, and it just, it can be frustrating at times, and I don't know what we have to do, but I definitely talk to coaches. We definitely don't, coaches don't seem, at least in this region of the state, don't seem very happy about the direction that it's going. But obviously there's people in the other parts of the state that have, I guess, more power and influence and, like the direction that it's going in. I don't know.
Crazy. Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate you coming on. We will call you next week on your open week and get yourself ready for the playoffs. You've done a great job this year. And everybody get out there. Tell everybody again what time kickoff is.
7 o'clock.
Okay, Coach. Good luck to you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Coach Wynn, he does a heck of a job, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good kid. He's young too. He's really young. What are some of you? I can't believe it's going to be crazier than what it is now.
Well, we can pick it up. I know we're going to hit a break here in a second. It takes a little while.
Let's hold off and do FSU at 7:45.
Yeah.
Is that okay? We can go to picks, talk about this. Yeah, I want to hear these new proposals. This is crazy. You work your tail off. You win a championship, and like they did at Bay High School last year, they send you to Jacksonville. You should be rewarded for winning your district championship. We should be doing what they do in the state above us, Alabama and Georgia. They got good high school football there. They get good crowds. They get huge crowds in the state of Alabama. I think they did the same thing in Georgia. The further south you go, the more north you get. There's a lot of truth into that. We need to be doing what the southern states are doing for state playoffs and stuff like that, in my opinion.
Oh, you just hold that thought.
All right. We will be right back. I want to talk about one of my great guys. You talking about local people. You talking about Mosley. This is Mosley Day. Let's talk about Stevenson Air Conditioning. That guy, Jason, graduated from Mosley High School. He is incredible. He starts this family-owned business. It has expanded and grown like you cannot believe. You see that truck everywhere, especially in Bay Point. The guy is incredible. The most honest guy I've ever dealt with. He could have took my. I told him I didn't care what it costs. I want the biggest, the most expensive you got. I want this house cooled off.
He should have took you.
He didn't. He explained everything to me. Thank goodness he did. He saved me a lot of money. Everybody that's gone with him, that's been here, Jason Kovalesi, Dr. Mitchell, all these different people. They think they're the greatest guys.
43 degrees tonight.
Yeah. So what do they need to do?
So they need to call them, get them come there and check it out, get the filters clean, get all that stuff ready to go. And remember, those of you with heat pumps, which is what most of us have, when you make that transition from running the air conditioner to the heat pump, there's a little gizmo in there that doesn't, the flumaflachi doesn't flumaflip. And so you got to call them and have them come down there and fix it. Those are the technical terms.
I've never heard these technical words before. This guy is intelligent. He is unbelievable.
Beyond belief.
Thank God we have you. We don't deserve you. You know that? You're a good man. Also, I want to talk about this. We've been talking about high school football. You've got to think about Taco Bell when you talk about high school football, especially if you're down in Port St. Joe. All you Tiger Sharks, they're big-time supporters of you guys. Make sure you go visit your Taco Bell. They got breakfast. They got DoorDash, lunch, dinner, you name it, before the game, after the game. And also 3 great locations, Panama City Beach and Callaway. And what does Lorelei Layton say? Go Tiger Sharks. That was pretty good. We did good. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
This is going to be a very expensive hiring cycle because I don't know that there are enough high-profile coaches that fit the mold of what those universities are looking for. When I say those universities, I'm talking about Penn State. I'm talking about Florida. And now we're talking about LSU. There's only one Lane Kiffin. He can't be the guy for all of those job vacancies.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 1.99% APR on a new Camry, named the best new model by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 3.49% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offers end November 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Watch out for them, I'm telling you.
We're back live. One more, right from J. Michael Studios. Don't forget tonight, 6:30, right here in 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Ravens versus the Dolphins. You're talking about Alabama going against Alabama. All those great skilled players from the Crimson Tide playing for Miami. And, of course, the greatest running back in the NFL, in my opinion, playing for the Ravens. Hope he keeps on scoring touchdowns. He's like 5th all-time right now. Incredible. All right, let's get into it real quick. Tell me what the new proposals are.
So the FHSAA is circulating a new proposal for high school football. And currently we have Class 1A through 7A plus the rural division. The new proposal will go from 1A to 5A with the rural division. The rural division will remain, and then in the 1A, 5A, what will happen is teams will schedule whoever you want weeks 1 through 9. You go make up your schedule.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it gets better. After week 9, the top 4 teams in each district, based on FHSAA rankings, would qualify for the district tournament.
So wait a minute now. So I can go get scheduled all cupcakes, go 8-2, 7-3-9, whatever, playing a week schedule. So now I'm in the state playoffs?
So long as the FHSA rankings honor those, because it does factor in the wins and losses. I mean, if you
how do they know?
They probably use Max Prep.
They're using Max Prep rankings.
Somebody's getting, there's money somewhere out.
And then in week 10, number 1 would host number 4 and number 2 would host number 3. And then in week 11, the 2 winners would meet for the district champion. The semifinal losers would play each other. If you didn't get into your district tournament, you could pick up 2 more independent games to round out your season.
When is that? What playing date does that start? The 8th or 9th playing date? Is it?
It'll be
the 8th.
The week 10 playing date would be.
Who came up with Bernie Thompson? Who came up with this?
So here's some initial response from folks. Bobby Johns over in Weewell Hitchcock says you want some bigger districts, especially if you're going to play in a district tournament, so to speak. And you can't do that with 2 or 3 teams in the district, which is a concern that's been voiced in the smaller classifications with uneven structure. year. You can't have 8 teams fighting in one.
Wait a minute. I want to go back. Not small schools. It happened also down in Southwest Florida. Riverview, Manatee, Southeast. And this is how everything got changed. 3 of those teams could have won the state championship. That's back when they let that one team get in. They wanted, the other 2 coaches were going like, we're better than anybody else in the state, and we didn't get in.
Right. And to that point, not all schools are created equal. One of the board members said, we got 1A schools beating 7A schools, 2A schools beating 5A schools, and relying on enrollment as the only measure doesn't mean that all schools are created equal, which we know is the case. But other things that were factored in, 85% of the schools want to keep the districts in some form. But, right now you're not mandated to play everybody. You have a district champion, but you're not mandated to play. Right. So what does the district really mean other than a AQ? Then 78% favored contests are structured postseason within the districts. District champions would continue to qualify automatically, but other schools valued scheduling autonomy. Late season excitement and some travel reduction were among other priorities that were listed. So,
what do you think about autonomy?
Did they mention about that open division? That invitational tournament?
No continuation of the invitational tournament there. So
they're not going to have it?
Right. We just go to 5 and 1 here. Plus,
I was wondering how they're going to do that, because they'd be playing into March if they did that.
So I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in anymore.
So after the district, they go in the semifinals,
and then the finals, and then you'd have your regional tournament based on your winners. And
what about I wonder what dates they end up. Right now they end up December the 5th, I think, is the last playing date this year.
Yeah.
If it's around that time, I don't have a problem other than the coaches probably don't have a clue who they're going to play or how it's working.
Right.
What was wrong the old way? What was wrong with the old way? I just gave you one example, and the reason it got changed because those 3 schools down there in Sarasota. Now, that didn't happen every year.
Right.
I like the old way. You get a district, you know who to play, you know who you got to beat to get in.
Well, if they did that, district champs advance, and they have an at large, it would take care of that. Right. Where a team has got a good, just throw them in there and work.
And whoever makes out these small districts is the state. Make sure there's not 3 in there. Figure it out. You're smart.
Have a minimum number of teams in your district, even if that required, and let's look. I mean, Northwest Florida is going to be the place that faces the most travel.
That's true.
So, you're going to run Pensacola to Panama City, or you're going to run Panama City to Tallahassee. Right. You might, in some classes, have to run Tallahassee to Pensacola.
That's right.
And it's just what it is.
Look at all the rematches we might get this first round of the playoffs coming up. You already played those teams. You already beat them. Why do you have to go against them again?
Yeah, it's quite possible. So it'll be interesting to see. To me, it kind of, I hate to say it, starts to look like a little bit of what the NCAA is doing. How many rematches might we see?
Yeah.
In the 12, 16 team
What is so hard
tournament
to go up and look at what they do in Alabama, Georgia? They still get huge crowds up there. People still involved in it. This max prep thing, I'd like to know how they got involved. Is there any money being exchanged? What's the deal with them? What's their input with all this stuff?
I don't know.
Why did we go there?
I mean, it's good advertising for Max Prep. Us using them.
That's what I'm saying.
And a lot of them use them. A lot of use Max Prep as a kind of the gold standard for all those rankings and all. But I know in Georgia, for instance, in softball, they're finished up softball. My friend, his daughters play. They're going to Columbus in the semifinals, but it's a double elimination. It's not single elimination.
That's right. Yeah.
So and here it's
one and done.
This new thing they're going up with, where they had the same situation like Bay was in last year. They won a championship, and they rewarded them by traveling to Jacksonville, playing one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah.
And that's where district champions ought to at least have the 1 through 4. And the at-large, if you qualify at-large, you should have to travel there.
It's like in the college football, all these conferences aren't the same. The Big 12 ACC, they just don't have the money in the SEC Big 10. But we didn't do something like this.
Yeah.
We got to go real quick. Let's get these halftime picks. All right, real quick, Jeremy. Bozeman versus Bay.
Bay.
Bay?
Bay.
You sure?
Bay.
Tommy Bay.
Yep.
Okay. Mosley versus North Florida High. They lost to them last year.
Mosley.
I'm going Mosley too. Tomorrow. I'll do mine tomorrow. North Bay Haven Sneeds.
I think North Bay Haven gets it done.
Okay.
What's their record? Do you know, have they won any games? A couple?
Yeah, they won a few.
They're better, a lot better.
I don't want to. I think Sneed's going to win, but I hate to bet against North Bay Haven. I'm going to go with North Bay Haven.
North Bay Haven. Okay. Rutherford Arnold.
That's going to be
a good ball game.
Tommy Oliver. Halloween.
In Arnold.
Coach Floyd's quarterback's hurt.
Who?
They're one of the best players hurt.
At Arnold?
At Rutherford. 2-hour show. Who y'all got?
This is a flip a coin. I mean, it really is. It's who shows up and who wants to play.
I'm going to take the Rams because I taught there.
Tommy? Jeremy?
I'm going to take the Rams.
I can't believe y'all. Walton versus Mosley. I mean, McClay.
Walton.
McClay?
Yeah.
No, let's play them.
Yeah, they added football a few years ago.
Destin versus Port St. Joe.
I'm going to take Walton. Destin versus who?
Port St. Joe.
Take the Sharks.
Sharks.
Well, both of them are Sharks. I'll take the St. Joe version.
Okay. Walton versus South Walton at Mariana.
South Walton.
South Walton.
And y'all both were perfect last week. Freeport, I think it's North Florida Christian, I think.
NFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's North Florida Christian there. Let's take a...
I don't know what North Florida's done.
Okay, yeah, I got to take a quick look. This is one of these that they may hide out a future Florida State ball player.
Weewall Central. Weewall versus Central.
Central.
Ooh, Jeremy.
I know.
Well, okay. Weewall.
Freeport, North, who y'all like? Hurry up.
Oh, well, Freeport, 4-4 for North Florida. So, what's the... Freeport?
Who'd you just say?
It's at North Florida Christian.
It's at North Florida Christian?
Freeport.
Give me North Florida at North Florida.
North Florida.
Yeah.
Tommy? North Florida.
I guess I'll take North Florida.
All right, we'll be... do I have time to do commercials? Okay, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. I got to talk about golly, we have had a blast. Tommy, if you lose in town, I will buy. It's incredible. 50-cent wings. They're great. At Cajun Place, wear your FSU shirts.
Rings.
Oh, my goodness. Wear your colors. They open up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Got a brunch going at 11 o'clock when the games kick in. That's when all the specials. 50-cent wings. $5 pitchers. You can't beat that anywhere. On Sundays, the North Shore Jazz Band is playing from 10 to 12. Then NFL games start. If the Saints win or score a touchdown, you got the shirt on and get a free Jello shot. And they also have their regular menu, which is incredible. That Cajun Place, Jan Trudy, giving back to the community, 50-cent wings. You cannot beat that. Rick runs it for me. I love Rick. Played for me. Great guy. Get down to that Cajun Place. We'll be there early on this Saturday. Probably go back that night, too. Not sure about that. Dr. Ward, the legend. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. 5 minutes can save your life. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Also, don't forget about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. If you want to look better, feel better, Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. Listen to Jason tomorrow right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show. That's a big buyout. That seems to be the rage here. And this is the new college football. There's going to be more of this because if you're spending that kind of money on your coach, that kind of money on your players, you don't have the patience that you once did. And I think that's what you're seeing.
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 66 with a moderate breeze out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 51. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 67. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 70 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
On the run. Time to let the big dogs eat.
How about that answer by Georgia? To the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU updates brought to you by Newbies. I love John and Charlotte. Wonderful people. Always giving back to the community. Let's make sure we support them. One of the 4 great locations. Newbie 2 on the Curve. Go watch all the sporting events. NFL games tonight. You can go watch the Miami Dolphins and the Ravens play, and you can listen to them right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now, Glenn loves the one over in St. Andrews. If you don't want to come over to the beach, you got one over there. That's part of the bridge. That part of town, you have a great time out there. Newbies 2 on the Curve, head out to the mothership. Charlotte had the best entertainment in the Southeast every single night. That's what they're all about. They are the best. Tommy, what do you have for us today on FSU?
Well, I got some good stuff. I'm going to start with soccer first. The women's soccer they're 9-1-9, lost 2, tied 3. They're ranked number 6 in the nation. They got Wake Forest tonight, October the 3rd at 6 o'clock in Tallahassee. So in Wake Forest is 10-3-4. So that should be a pretty good game over there in Tallahassee tonight. And in basketball, they open up November the 4th against Alcorn State in Tallahassee, and that's a Tuesday, November the 4th at 6 o'clock p.m. The big game is November the 11th, where Florida comes to town. That's in Tally. Florida's ranked number 3 preseason, and that's at 6 o'clock, and they'll bring their big 7'9" guy in there to play. That'll be a sellout game there for sure. A lot of people just want to see the 7'9", see him stand on his tiptoes and dunk the ball. And then real quick, in baseball, they have a all-star game. It's a Garnet and Gold game coming up in baseball, and that will be Friday. And that will be at 6:30 in Tallahassee. That's the Garnet and Gold game. And after that game, there's going to be a home run derby, which will be a kind of an interesting thing to watch too. So that will be this coming Friday also. And then get to the big game, football. And I'll tell you something. I've been reading about practices this week. And you do know that they're in their new facility now.
Yes.
They went into that new facility. And it's some kind of, they even got a high altitude room where they can get the elevation like when you're on a mountain.
Wow.
And they got a hyperbaric.
They can practice.
And they got a hyperbaric room. They got all kinds of stuff in there.
And you've been in them, right?
I hadn't been through it. I've been through it when it's working on it, but not now.
Wow.
But I will go over there and go through it. But a lot of technology. I mean, major technology in that thing. A lot of virtual reality stuff in there. A bunch of it. But here's the thing. I've been reading about Wake Forest. Wake Forest has got a great defense now. They're in the 20s in total defense across the nation. Great defense. I think this game, and I'm not going to be here next Thursday, so y'all can't laugh at me. So I'm going to tell you right now, I think Florida State's going to beat Wake Forest. And the reason I'm thinking, if there's any semblance of character and leadership on FSU's team, they will beat Wake Forest. And the reason I'm saying that, because these kids are seeing this great facility that they've been allowed to go in. They're in there, and they see all these wonderful things that's in there for them to help them rehab and all that stuff. If they don't take that as a motivational tool, and it's being homecoming, which I don't care about that much, but it's, it's a Seminole homecoming thing. Yeah. If they don't have any semblance, and I heard some of the players say, it's us being able to be in this facility, but it's not us. It's all those people that came before them that helped build this thing. This is a 10-year deal. It was started when Jimbo was back there. They didn't, for different reasons, they didn't get it started. But being in that facility, I think they're going to be motivated, and I think it's going to be if they don't beat Wake Forest, I don't know if they'll fire Norvell the next day, but that's going to seal his fate in Tallahassee. I think it might already have, because there's a lot of talk, but they're working behind the scenes, a lot of stuff going on over there with Norvell. But if he were to win every game for the rest of the season, that's the only way that I think he'll probably be able to stay, because the money issues we all know. Now, I think there is a mitigation clause in his contract. I know in Kelly's contract at LSU there is one, meaning that once he's fired, he has to look for another job, and whatever he takes that job, say if he was getting $10 million at LSU, he finds a job for $8 million. They take the difference off, so they don't have to. It's a way to help the school not have to pay all that money. Right. Jimbo did not have that in his contract. Right. Pretty obvious. $75 million is what he come out there with. So I think that Norvell is going to be. I think he's got to win all the rest of them to stay, because there's a lot of. You know the big talk up is? No. James Franklin.
I think he'd do a good job.
He'll go 9-3, 10-2 every year.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Lose to Florida, lose to Miami.
Exactly. and losing to Florida and losing to Miami, that ain't gonna get it.
What's been going on?
Yeah. That's what happened to him up there. So it might happen down here. But I mean, I've heard him talk mainly for the money wise. Yeah. Because and I heard Jim.
I think that's a good hire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't. A lot of them don't like James Franklin just because of that reason. He can't win the big games. But trying to pick you got all these. You got some of these people on War Channel. They don't have a lot of sense. One was talking about Lane Kiffin. I said there is no way that Lane Kiffin will come to FSU, just like. Jimbo is,
or Nick Saban.
Yeah, or Nick Saban would come in. But they mentioned Marcus Freeman. I don't think he'll go to LSU. I don't think LSU would hire him. They've already had a Notre Dame man. It didn't work out well. But I think I'll take a sleeper in this whole bunch is Brent Key, the Georgia Tech coach. I think he's going to end up somewhere. And,
now, he played at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, right. He's a Georgia Tech alum. So and I think Brom, the coach from Louisville, is another one. Yeah. And
he played at Louisville.
Yeah. So
I'm with you. That's two of the best ones out there.
Yeah. And
what about the guy at Tulane? With FSU, he's Summerall.
Yeah,
he's done a good job.
John Summerall.
Have they mentioned him at all?
Oh yeah, he's been mentioned. And I hear a lot. They want to make sure they get a D1, a high division coach, but. I don't know. It's going to be tough on them. But
I'll tell you right now.
My hope is that he wins out, which I don't think he will. But if he wins out, but this game, this Wake Forest game is the most important game of any of them. I think up to right now. Right. This is it. Yeah. This is what he's got to go. Yeah. Because you're gonna tell the character of that team. If they got there and loaf around and not play.
See, I think Auburn's in the same boat with Kentucky this week. If they used to lose to Kentucky, which they won't, but if they lost Kentucky, everything gets. I think they pull the trigger then. And I'm with you. Same thing with FSU.
And I think Castellanos is going to be able to play, from what I understand.
Let me ask you this. I know they won't do it, but Jeremy, this offensive coordinator Alabama has, I don't know. I don't think he's ever been a head coach. But you talking about an offensive coordinator. If you want to excite in the offense, if you would ever think about hiring an assistant coach instead of a head coach, that's the first guy I'd call. If you're an offensive-minded person.
Yeah. Well, the only thing about those is a hit and a miss. I mean, like I say,
you're right.
he can be a great offensive coach at Alabama, but
look what Stoops did going from Florida's defensive coordinator to Oklahoma's coach.
Yeah,
and I do think that's another job that's going to come up.
Yeah. So anyway, this is going to be a big game for FSU. It is at 7:30 game now, and it's going to be on the ACC network.
And it is homecoming.
It is homecoming, correct.
Go Seminoles! All right, FSU update's been brought to you by Newbies. We got 4 great locations. Newbie 2 of the Curve. Go watch all sporting events. Head down to the mothership. Have a great time. I guarantee you will. Also, let's talk about Steve's Bike Shop. You know Steve, Tommy. What a great man. Has he been around a while? Yeah, they've been in business since 1979. They have electrical bikes. They got a large selection of electrical bikes, new and used. Old standard bikes, same thing. They will deal with you. Right across the street from Sam's. And he's local, graduate from Mosley High School. The guy's incredible. Same thing with Turf Pro Pest Control. Patrick does a wonderful job. He can have your yard looking like a golf course, no doubt about that. If you got bugs in the house, bugs in the yard, call Patrick. He'll get rid of them, I guarantee you. They're the best. His daughter, guess what? Mosley High School cheerleader. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. And this guy, we can't say enough good things about this legend. Dr. Chad Mitchell, 26 years on Bay County sidelines. 26 years, Tommy.
Whoa.
26 years.
Right.
Tommy was the county AD here
when he
for a
first
record
came.
number 23 years. Chad's been here 26. That's crazy. If you get injured anyway, call Chad Mitchell, make an appointment. Listen to Chad every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. Alabama, Jeremy Pridgeon.
The brutal hits. The heartbreaking turnovers. Heroic comebacks.
In for the touchdown.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida delivers the biggest matchups of the week from across the nation. Your college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 66 with a moderate breeze out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 51. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 67. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 70 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore our vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
College football isn't life and death. It's much more important than that. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Update is brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. You want somebody you can trust. You want to deal with locals. You can't get any better or more local than this young man. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School. They're the best at what they do. Now, Winter is coming up quickly. We can tell it right now.
Better get that number on your
Yes,
speed
sir,
dial.
baby. Get it serviced now, and then you want to get it serviced again right before summer. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. Locals taking care of locals anytime, day or night. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Before we get into that, I failed to mention a wonderful man. You know the family, the Vandergrifts.
Yep.
Very wealthy, very connected, powerful family. And their son, both of them, extremely successful, but Kyle's done a wonderful job. TK Vandy, general contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. They just don't do roofs, they can do anything. But what a guy. We listen to him every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Now, Jeremy, I feel good about this week's game for Bama. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
I like our chances.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good.
There were some teams that went into bye week, and bye week was favored.
Did you send me the FSU thing?
Yeah.
I won't get into that. That was crazy.
But it's coming a good time. Alabama's traditional bye week before the LSU game, so the second one for the year. We had an early one this year ahead of the Georgia game, and part of that, people were even asking, well, why didn't we get the bye week after Tennessee and South Carolina playing and all? And part of that was the Florida State, Wisconsin scheduling, that would require adjusting some of that with us playing 2 Power 4 teams. So we had to play South Carolina last week versus getting that game earlier in the year. And what a trip to Columbia. Just seemed like the best description is kind of like when you're trying to learn to drive a stick shift. You're just like burning the clutch the entire time and trying to find the gears. And the whole day, we just could not seem to get in gear. But kudos to Alabama for just
found a way to win,
persisting. And I think every great team has one of those games where you just go back and look at the season and take when Kiffin came in with Tennessee and you had Rocky Block, 12-10 ball game to escape. Year Alabama goes on and wins it all. But there's something about the great teams that they have to survive one of those close calls. And I will say this. They were down by 8, no margin for error, had put all their eggs in the basket on the final drive and just quickly took it right down the field and had the poise to know exactly what they were going to do when they had to go for 2. As you saw on the graphics on the television.
Yeah.
They had, Alabama's first 2-point conversion all year, and I was watching the game and told Abigail, I said, they've got a series of plays that no one has seen.
That's right.
And they're going to go to right now. And you could tell that was one straight out of the playbook for 2-point conversions. There were 3 options off of that 2-point play.
That offensive coordinator
has made the difference.
Maybe the best we've had.
Yeah.
He's something special.
Yeah, he has made the difference there when he shifted over. And
what's his name again? Grubbs?
Grubbs, yeah.
Was that South Carolina? That's when they let them score at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Well, that was
they had 34 seconds. There's no way they were going to score.
Yeah.
I'd have tackled him. At least he got him on the 10 or 15 yard line and made him score.
I'd have made our kicker kick it.
I get it. I know when the coaches did it. They felt like that's the only way they could get the ball back. They had them opportunity to score.
34 seconds
but
against Alabama.
What if the field goal kicker misses the kick or you block it?
Right.
So, I get it both ways. I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that at all.
But, that was the go-ahead to seal the deal.
Right.
And then the key play, Lawson, it was almost comical to watch. Lawson knew he had stripped the ball. And he was trying to paw at it like a cat without giving away that he knew the ball was out until he finally yelled at the other one to get the football. But it was just laying there, for an eternity. If you're watching a football game, somebody grab this football. But that was a huge momentum shift.
I thought the defense played well at times. We still gave big runs. We can't stop the run. We can't run the ball. I think that sooner or later come back.
That combination is going to be
better.
The combination is going to be tough there. Yeah. It really will. But Ty Simpson was very cool under pressure. Ryan Williams is still hit or miss. Thank goodness Bernard is carrying the water because I don't think any of us had him leading the way.
He's really good. I'll tell you what, we got a couple guys coming back off injuries too, so that's good.
Yeah, And this is coming at a good time. You know, all football coaches look at the open week kind of as a time to heal up a little bit, reevaluate. If you're looking ahead and you're Alabama, you've survived a gauntlet after everybody had written you off for dead, limping out of Doak Campbell Stadium. And Feinbaum nailed it where he said, you know, Indiana's a great team with a win over Oregon, but he'd love to see them withstand what Alabama's had to play, you know, starting with the Georgia game. You know, ranked opponent after ranked opponent after ranked opponent. And now in the stretch run, it is about focus, and you know LSU comes to town. We'll talk more about the specific of the game next week, but you got a caged tiger, wounded tiger, and that could change the dynamic if.
You know, somebody said they're losing players going to transfer out. To me, I said this the other day. You went on the day we talked about this. I think it was Monday. I said I wanted Brian Kelly coaching one more week. Because you can tell they don't play as hard for him as they. You know, some of them don't like him. Some of them do.
I thought they'd call Ed Ogeron, have him. He said he'd get in his truck, drive over there right now to be the coach.
That would admit they were wrong. I don't think you see them doing that.
No, I'm not going to do that one. But. You know, LSU's up, then Oklahoma. Oklahoma's been a vexing ball team. You know, they're probably as frustrated trying to figure out their identity as anybody. And then Eastern Illinois in the traditional SEC Cupcake Weekend comes to town before the trip to Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Watch out for that one, I'm telling you right now.
Right. But the SEC race is also fascinating to watch here. You know, benefits or drawbacks to playing in the SEC championship game. I think the SEC championships game is just a liability right now. And I don't know how you fix that in terms of...
Heck, you're right. If I'm Georgia and I'm Ole Miss, let me go 11-1 and rest up.
I agree. We talked about that. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, what is the upside? Right now, it's a 6-team race in the conference. A&M's 5-0, Bama's 5-0, Georgia 4-1, Ole Miss 4-1, Vandy 3-1, Texas 3-1. Somebody's going to get knocked out this weekend on that one. But you know, it's very conceivable, looking at the schedule, that you could have 5 teams with a loss, you know, undefeated, all sitting there with 2 teams that have to go play that ball game.
The upside would be the coach getting $500,000 or $1 million to win it.
That's exactly right.
And they get to go to the Sugar Bowl, and they get an off week. But last year, I think all the bye teams lost, I believe. I'm pretty sure they did.
And so you know, a lot of football left there. However, you know, that game puts exposure for injuries. It just does not bode well to have to do this championship game if you got a 12-team playoff. But the conference is not going to do away. Money. Switching gears a little bit because the hardwood, we're not too far away. Alabama's won 2 exhibition games. They went up to Greenville, South Carolina, and beat Furman, and then earlier opened with Florida State, played in Birmingham, and that was a race. That was just a track meet, 109, 105 here. Listen to this non-conference schedule for Alabama basketball. North Dakota, at St. John's, Purdue, Illinois in Chicago, Gonzaga in Las Vegas. UNLV in Las Vegas, Clemson, Arizona in Birmingham, South Florida, and Yale, the Ivy League coming down.
Wow. He's not scared to play anybody.
That's
pretty tough.
Pretty tough. Now, there's a couple UT San Antonio, Kennesaw State in there and others, but we'll have a very strong non-conference resume to put in front of a committee going through, and so he's going to have them ready for conference play. Conference play will open, strangely enough, Wildcat, with Kentucky at home. I mean, the SEC's going big. They just put that game right out there for everybody to watch here.
SEC.
That'd be a good
At
one.
Kentucky, at home.
January 3rd.
Watch them lose.
All right, I want to do this real quick, Jeremy. We're talking about Coach Kelly. We've heard all negative things about him. I want to shift gears. This is what a freshman 4-star quarterback, Colin Hurley, said about Coach Kelly. I don't care what anybody has to say about Coach. The impact he had on my life is something that it can never be taken away from me. He loved me each and every day. He cared for me endlessly through my best days and my worst. I love you, Coach, and I will forever. He wasn't all bad. And everything we've been saying about and hearing about, the guy wasn't all bad to get someone to say something like that displayed for him. That's pretty strong right there. Then we had another kid say the totally opposite. So anyway, I want to fair and balanced with Coach Kelly. All right, let's take a break. We get back. I hope we got Andy Burcham, Auburn Tiger update coming up here.
Gosh, it's already that late.
It's going by fast, man. It's going by fast. I cannot believe it. Let's talk about Beefro Braised Lynn Haven. We certainly appreciate Pat Purno, the city commissioner over there. You want a great meal today. All you Mosley Dolphins, I'm encouraging all of you, go down there, have a pregame meal at Beefro Braised in Lynn Haven. Have a pep rally down there. Pat will enjoy yourself. You want to watch all the NFL games, college football games, that's the place to do it. But let me tell you what else Pat will do for you. You get a big party at home. I know Tommy and Louise have these huge parties over there. All you got to do is call Pat. Say, Pat, I need 150 wings. I need to pick them up at 12 o'clock Saturday morning. Guess what? They're going to be waiting for you. It doesn't matter what the number is. They'll have them ready.
Don't forget the onion rings.
And you're over there anyway. Let's go see Russ and Amber. Let's do it.
56 days till Christmas. Gold and silver's at an all-time high. If you need a little cash, they'll buy that old gold and silver for you. They'll give you a free jewelry inspection, free jewelry cleaning. You have plenty of time to design a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry, and they can manufacture it, create it, as we like to say, right there in-house, right now. Do it today.
Do it today.
We're talking about David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Tell you another thing you need to do today.
Highway 77.
You check out your skin every single day. If it doesn't feel right, doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, you call Dr. Ward and make yourself an appointment. Listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. Real quick, Richard Sanders, thank you so much. You realize that we got 120 youth soccer teams at Publix Park and Freight Brown. That's teams, players, coaches,
plus
families,
this week,
money. Ironman. Hey, Richard, we love you, brother. Keep that money coming in. Love that green stuff. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
The Giants, there's reason to be excited to watch this team. There's reason for it, okay? Enjoy that because the co-tenants are taking impressionable young children.
I hate this team.
And making them stare into the abyss about why they even exist on the planet.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 66 with a moderate breeze out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 51. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 67. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 70 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 125 East 15th Street, or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment, and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
The number one SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. And now, War Eagle. Live from the J. Michael Studio, it's the Auburn Update on the Coach James Hale Show with the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Let's bring him on now, the voice of the Auburn Tigers, the great one, Andy Burcham, this Saturday night right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Listen to Andy Burcham. The guy is incredible. Enjoy listening to him every day. Every time Auburn plays, I will say that or correct myself. All right, Andy, I want to get into you about last week's game at Arkansas. 3 interceptions, but let me say, I got to get this out to you. And tell me if I'm right or wrong. To me, watching the game, when we threw the pick 6, Arkansas scores, I thought it's over. Here we go again. Then they put the freshman in, and it did a pretty good job. But after halftime, Auburn came out. I just looked at the body language of the players. To me, they seemed like they got a spark. To me, they played at a different level on both sides of the ball, and Auburn puts them away. And that defense, I don't care what anybody says about the record, that's one of the best defenses around. They had, I think, 3 interceptions, a pick 6, fumble recoveries. The defense is outstanding. But am I being too overjoyed on the freshman quarterback, or is there something there?
Let's take it bit by bit. The defense is fabulous, all right, and forced turnover on the last 4 offensive drives for Arkansas, and that to me that's the key to the ball game for Auburn, and it came in the fourth quarter. And how many times in the 4-game losing streak did we talk about how Auburn just did not win the fourth quarter? Yep. Well, it won the fourth quarter last Saturday at Arkansas. Ashton Daniels is actually a senior. Daniels came in from Stanford this summer. He's already, as a matter of fact, he's already graduated. And I thought I'm not going to say settled down things on offense, but Auburn consistently moved the football offensively and without a turnover. And I'll be honest, when the pick 6 happened at the end of the first half, I think we all thought, oh man, you played so well, and then in one pass, the entire game has changed. But Daniels came in for that last drive at the end of the first half. And although Auburn moved the ball a little bit, I think it kind of helped settle him down a little bit because he hasn't played since last year at Stanford.
Yeah.
And then I think that helped him in the second half. And I think rightly and smartly so, Auburn gave the ball to number 23 in the second half, and Jeremiah Cobb had a career day with 28 carries and 153 yards.
Yeah.
Now, all of that to say, Auburn's still got to get better in the red zone. While Auburn scores in the red zone and does very well in the red zone, Auburn's got to score more touchdowns in the red zone. And, Auburn had 1 touchdown on Saturday, or 1 offensive touchdown on Saturday, and had the pick 6 late in the ball game by Rashawn Pleasant. Auburn's got to be better. Auburn's got to score more offensively in the red zone, regardless of who the quarterback is for the Tigers. Now, if you ask me right now who I think is going to be the quarterback on Saturday, I think it will be Ashton Daniels.
Yeah.
That announcement has not been made by the head coach yet. But I think it will be Daniels. I think it will be Daniels that gets the start on Saturday against Kentucky. Again, we wait for that announcement from Hugh Freeze, though.
I got to admit something, and I will admit when I'm wrong. This whole time, let's tell you how poor a job I've done. This whole time, when I saw that kid come in, I got excited. I said, that's the kid from Mississippi. I had no idea until you just told me. The whole time I'm thinking that's that freshman, that 5-star freshman quarterback. I didn't know that. That's how stupid I've been. But I was pumped up. I'll be honest, Andy. I was just glad they gave somebody else a chance at quarterback. And I think going forward, that's going to change their whole year. I think they're going to win this week. I just think they're going to be better with him at quarterback. And I'm not being disrespectful to Arnold. That's just my opinion. And anyway, go ahead.
Well, Auburn moved the football Saturday against a defense that's not very good for Arkansas. Let's also keep that in mind. That's the worst defense in the Southeastern Conference.
Right.
And Auburn put up big-time yards, especially from a running perspective. But guys, that's what Auburn's best offense has been this year, running the football. When Auburn has played its best, it has run the football this season, and has moved the football really against every team this year, offensively, other than Texas A&M, which makes last week all the more impressive from Auburn's defensive standpoint. I say that because of this. That Texas A&M defense that shut Auburn down in College Station 3 weeks ago is also the same defense that a week and a half ago gave up 42 points to that same Arkansas ball club in Fayetteville.
Right.
That same offense that Auburn's defense shut down last week in Fayetteville. That's what makes that even more impressive, is what that defense did last week. And at this time a year ago, guys, we were bemoaning Auburn's troubles with regard to turnovers, and Auburn finished last year as the worst team in the Southeastern Conference in turnover margin. You know where Auburn is in turnover margin right now?
No.
+7 and tied for second in the SEC. That's a dramatic difference. Now, some of that's the offense, that it's not turning the ball over. A lot of that's also the defense and the takeaways. Then they had 4 last week in the last 4 drives by Arkansas.
Yeah.
Andy, Jeremy, good morning. Good to talk with you. You hit on a key point here. Obviously, for Auburn, getting the W to Arkansas was massive. But you look at the 4-game skid. 7-point loss to Oklahoma that has got an asterisk by it thanks to some officiating matters. A 6-point loss with College Station. 10 to Georgia, another game marred. Overtime loss of Missouri, which is kind of a flip the coin once you get into overtime as to who gets the ball first and those things. And so, for everybody that's kind of losing their minds here, obviously everybody wants to win, but those are tough losses. And now you get Kentucky. This is one of those games, and I want to hear your kind of take on the Wildcats. This is one of those games that you have to win just to kind of reassure the faithful that things are going the right direction. But then it kind of turns toward, a chance to do something special against Vanderbilt, and then obviously the big one's down the road. But this little fork in the road that they got through at Arkansas, how do you see that propelling them into Saturday night, and what do you see with the Wildcats?
Well, for Auburn to be able to turn its season around in any form, they had to win that game last week against Arkansas. And they did that. To continue that turnaround, they must win this week against Kentucky. I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing a win. That would be ridiculous to say that. But to continue the trend, to take some momentum to Nashville next Saturday, you have to get this win today or this Saturday night against Kentucky. It has to happen. And I think Auburn is the better team, but that doesn't guarantee a win for this Auburn ball club. It's a night game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. We know how special that has become on the Plains. The weather is going to be terrific. It's going to feel like football weather Saturday night. To continue the turnaround for this Auburn team, They must win Saturday against a Kentucky team that, like Auburn a week ago, is still looking for its first SEC victory.
Yeah.
And they've had some close ball games. Now, Tennessee pulled away last week in Knoxville. They lost in overtime, Kentucky did, to Texas 2 weeks ago. Their quarterback is coming on, a redshirt freshman named Cutter Boley, who's from Hodgenville, Kentucky. 2 weeks ago against Texas was 31 of 39 in that overtime loss. He's the first freshman at Kentucky with 31 completions in a game since Jared Lorenzen back in 2000. And then he followed that up last week, guys, with a career-high 330 yards in the loss to Tennessee. So this is a quarterback that is on a roll. In spite of his team losing, this is a quarterback, a redshirt freshman, who is playing well right now. The question, I think, offensively for Kentucky, do they have Seth McGowan playing on Saturday night? Really good senior tailback who transferred in from Oklahoma, did not play last week against Tennessee because of the shoulder. I'm waiting for that availability report to come out today to find out perhaps if we see McGowan and Dante Dowdell, their 1-2 punch in the tailback room for Kentucky coming in.
Andy, I'm looking at the SEC standings, defense, offense. It's amazing. Offensively, they're like the same team. Scoring offense, Auburn's 13th, Kentucky 14th. Total offense, Auburn's 15th, Kentucky's 13th. But when you look at the defense side, Auburn's so much better defensively than them. And I know we don't have much time. I want to give some love to that field goal kicker for Auburn. In that weather, on that field, talk about him, Andy, what he did.
Well, 2 weeks ago, he had the worst game in his career. He missed 3 field goals in an overtime loss, and it was tough for him. He hadn't missed 3 field goals in his career, let alone in one game. And, we know the story right now of Alex McPherson, the ulcerative colitis that kept him out of almost every game a year ago for Auburn, and he has rebounded and then goes into that game last Saturday. So one game after missing 3 field goals in an overtime loss, he goes on the road in tough conditions, windy and rainy conditions, and goes 6 for 6 for Auburn. And he ties Daniel Carlson and Al Del Greco, 2 of the all-time great kickers at Auburn, as the only kickers now at Auburn with 6 field goals in a game. It is a great story for this young man who has gone through a great deal in the offseason to get to the point where he can kick again for this Auburn ball club, and he's one of those. It's easy to pull for Alex McPherson, that's for sure.
No doubt. Oh, Andy, keep up the great job. We'll talk to you next week, and War Eagle, buddy. Thank you.
Guys, have a great day. War Eagle. War
Eagle. Let's talk about some of our great people. Steve is in air condition. Stevens Bike Shop, 23rd Street. The guy's incredible. The TV, Vandy Roofing and General Contracting, Turpro Pest Control. And don't forget about where we'll be Saturday morning. That Cajun place, 50 cents wings, $5 pitchers. You can't beat that. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Coming up on October 31st, it's the Cal G Squires inaugural golf tournament benefiting the Angel House Bereavement Center, the only provider of clinical grief counseling in Bay County. Costumes are encouraged for this fun day at Bay Point. Prizes for a hole-in-one, longest drive, closest to the pin, and best costume. To register you or your team, go to angelhousebci.org.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish, Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597. That's 850-896-6597. And online at wheelhousedba.com.
Your
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
His biggest fear about the zombie apocalypse is all the walking. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Give us a call, 215-6290. Real quick before we get these picks, I want to go over a couple things. This is what Sports Illustrated came out with. First round playoff games. Here's the way they feel like the season's going to play out. We've got ESPN, Sports Illustrated, and Saturdays Down South. I'm going to go over two of them real quick. Jeremy, Tommy, first round playoffs. They got number 12, Tulane, at number 5, Georgia. That's a possibility. Number 11, Texas Tech, at number 6, Miami. Number 10, Notre Dame, at number 7, Ole Miss. Number 9, Oregon, at number 6, and at number 8, Georgia Tech. Cotton Bowl, they got Texas A&M playing the winner of 12 and 5. They got the Orange Bowl, Indiana versus 11-6 winner.
Good God.
In the Sugar Bowl, they got, I hope this happens, I will be there regardless of what it costs, Alabama versus 10 and 7. And the number 1 seed team, the Rose Bowl, Ohio State versus 9 and 8. The SEC bowl games and the Gator Bowl, y'all listen, Tommy. Gator Bowl, Tennessee versus Louisville. Texas Bowl, Oklahoma versus Cincinnati. Music City Bowl, you got LSU, Northwestern. The Quest Bowl, you got Texas, Nebraska. Citrus Bowl, Vandy versus Michigan. Liberty Bowl, Missouri versus TCU. Mayo Bowl, you'll like this one. Mayo Bowl, Auburn versus Florida State. I like to see that game, Auburn, Florida State.
They're good.
I like to see that happen.
The old rivals getting back together.
Now, the one I keep up with the most is Saturdays Down South. They do a really good job. Here's what they got playing out. The Rose Bowl, Ohio State. Orange Bowl, Indiana. Sugar Bowl, Alabama. Cotton Bowl, Texas A&M. The exact same thing as Sports Illustrated. Now, here we go. Citrus Bowl, they got Texas playing Michigan. Quest Bowl, they got Tennessee, Nebraska. Gator Bowl, they got Missouri versus Louisville. Texas Bowl, you got Oklahoma versus Clemson. Music City Bowl, LSU versus Iowa. Iowa's got a good ball club. Mayo Bowl, Auburn versus SMU. Liberty Bowl, Florida Gators versus Houston. Playoffs, first round, Georgia versus number 12, Tulane. Oregon versus Notre Dame. Ole Miss versus Vandy. Listen to that, Jeremy. Number 7 versus number 10. Ole Miss versus Vandy. They play each other. They don't play each other in the regular season. Number 8, Texas Tech versus number 9, Georgia Tech. So that's the opinions of Saturdays Down South. I tend to listen to them a little bit more than the other ones. Sports Illustrated is not that bad, but we shall see. There's so much more football to be played out. We have no clue what's going to happen, but I do enjoy covering those things. All right, let's get our picks going. Tommy and Jeremy. We'll start with the one that you said, Tommy, they got to win it. They have got to win this ball game. Wake Forest at Florida State, homecoming, 6:30 at night. What's going to happen, Tommy?
Florida State's going to win.
Florida State. Jeremy, who gets it done?
Tommy's made a very compelling case that there's still some heart left.
Not so fast, my friend.
That's right. If there's any heart left, they'll be. We'll see.
But they're playing the Demon Deacons.
That's right.
So,
they're their demon too.
They have vexed them.
I think they're 31-6 against Wake Forest overall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wake here. We'll split.
You and Dr. Ward said the Wake Forest. All right, Duke at Clemson. Does Dabo get it rolling, or is Duke them out?
That's a close. I think Clemson's 57% favorite to win. I'm gonna go with Clemson.
Where's the game?
At
Clemson.
At Clemson.
Clemson.
All right, got Clemson. Miami at SM. Is this Miami's first road game?
Yeah, it's the first time they're leaving the state.
It seems like
first time they're leaving the state.
SMU.
Right.
They've been to Tallahassee.
At SMU. I tell you what, though, their offensive defense lines are really good. They're physical. Who you like?
Wake Forest beat them 13-12. SMU.
I like Miami in this one.
At SMU?
At SMU.
All right, I'm going to go with SMU.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
True Noel fan.
All right. Louisville at Virginia Tech. Everybody got Louisville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a good coach. All right. I think they cover. I think they blow them out. I think this gets ugly. Penn State at Ohio State.
That's going to be a close game.
You think? No. Look at their last couple games, what Penn State's done.
Ohio State gets it done.
Would you say is this a big game?
No.
Huh?
It was supposed to be the game.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with Ohio State then.
Yeah, Ohio State's going to kill them. Purdue at – I got to give Michigan credit. They're getting better. Seem to get better every week. Purdue at Michigan.
Michigan.
Purdue at Michigan?
Yep.
I'm going to go with Michigan.
Yeah, good pick, sir. Good pick. All right, let's jump into our next round of games from the SEC. Let's start with this game, Mississippi State at Arkansas. Mississippi State gave one away. I watched Arkansas play. I don't know how much they're into it anymore. Their defense is not very good.
Well, I want to go back on one thing with Mississippi State here. I took Mississippi State over Texas. Thought I had made a brilliant pick, and then I was texting a friend from Starkville. And when the announcer said, "Yeah, the Mississippi State fans are shocked," he sent me a text. He says, "No, we're not. We've lived this our entire lives as Mississippi State fans."
That's what Brian called it. He said they'll play tough. They'll find a way to lose it.
Yeah. So. I think Arkansas gets some. It's just who's going to want to pick up and play after two heartbreakers, and I think Arkansas's dagger was not as much as Mississippi State's.
Yeah, Arkansas still has a head coach. Yeah,
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State does.
I'm taking Mississippi State.
You taking Mississippi State?
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, wait a minute. Who'd you say, Jeremy?
Arkansas.
You said Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Kentucky at Auburn. We just got through talking about it. I'm telling you right now, I think Auburn's going to take care of business. What do you think, Tommy?
I want to pick Kentucky, but I'm going to pick Auburn.
Okay, you got Kentucky.
If it played in Kentucky, I would probably upset.
Okay.
But I'm going with Auburn.
Jeremy, who's going to get it done? Auburn at home.
Yeah.
They got to win that game.
Auburn, I think Auburn looks good and takes care of business. Vandy at Texas. This is supposed to be a great game. When they're really close, I look at who the quarterback is. And it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. I don't think Manning's playing, right? No. He's been injured. That backup quarterback isn't bad.
It's going to be a hard one.
At Texas.
Texas.
Early game.
Think there'll be anybody there?
Oh, yeah. Maybe 100,000.
I'm going to take Vandy.
You got Vandy?
I am.
Okay. Have you ever looked at Texas?
I'm going to go with the sorry Longhorns, Texas.
Look, all I know is the headlines in Austin Sunday morning read, Arch Manning leads Texas to victory from bench. You know.
I read that Stark's looking for an NFL job. Yeah. All right. South Carolina, heartbreaking loss to Alabama. They had the people ready to storm the field. Bama wins it. They're at Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming off a huge win. Are they sleepwalking? Is Lane Kiffin, everybody talking about what job he's going to take? What happens What happens in Oxford? What happens in Mississippi?
Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. Tommy says Ole Miss gets it done.
Ole Miss.
Jeremy says Ole Miss gets it done. All right. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a great game. Oklahoma at Tennessee. Defense versus offense, but the game's been played at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Man, is it going to be close?
No.
Okay.
I think Oklahoma gets kind of exposed here.
All right. Georgia versus Florida. We had a great visit yesterday with Mark McLeod. And at the very end, I said, Mark, do you really think an interim head coach can outcoach Kirby Smart? He said no. Tommy, we'll start with you. You got a lot of friends in Georgia. This Gators pull it together.
I'll be up there in Georgia. I'm going with Georgia.
You're going with Georgia?
For sure.
Okay. You going to the game? You're not going to the game, are you?
I won't go to the Deer game.
Oh, okay, I get you. Jerry, does Florida have a shot at all?
No. This will be very workmanlike for Georgia. Come in, push them around, take care of business.
They could stay with them, but they're not staying with the whole game. Georgia always finds a way to win most of the game, except for Alabama.
I want to go back and give you both an opportunity to change your Mississippi State at Arkansas. Jeremy,
Mississippi State at Arkansas.
I am just fine with that pick.
Tommy, you're happy with Mississippi State.
Yeah, Mississippi State going to win.
Last week, Jeremy, you were 9 of 11. Tommy, you were 9 of 11. Guess who was 11 of 11?
Nobody.
Me.
Wow.
Would you pick Saturday night?
He was using that pencil.
I refuse to answer that question. Wildcat, Carcat, you were 1 of 11. No, I'm kidding.
Well, at least I got that one.
You did good. You did good. I'm looking for. What game are you looking forward to the most? I was looking so forward to the Penn State Ohio State game. Now I think it's going to be not much to watch.
I think Texas Vanderbilt is very curious for me.
I think you're right.
That's a knockout game.
Yeah.
Whoever loses.
Playoff elimination.
Yeah, whoever loses is done.
All right, we'll be right back. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So I want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. That Cajun plate, Beef Over Brady's. Oh, my God. David Addison, Dr. Ward, Dr. Chad Mitchell, the legend, 26 years on Bay County sidelines. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Also, not the local, but the Vandy Roofing. Also, I love Patrick, Turf Pro Pest Control, #1. Taco Bell. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Don't forget tomorrow a great big giveaway where we're going to have Anytime Fitness on 23rd Street. Going to have a big giveaway tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to the Chris James Hale Show. Be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show.
I played that game at that level, the undisciplined, not playing work, not prepared, and that's what it looked like. I take back everything I said after week 1. I was on them so hard. Since then, and I was right, but since then, they don't give up. Now, people get mad at me.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 66 with a moderate breeze out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 51. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 67. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 70 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 1.99% APR on a new Camry, named the best new model by Kelly Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 3.49% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offers end November 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
360-degree protection of your home 365 days a year. One low monthly price.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control offers an affordable program that provides our customers with peace of mind. Brock 365.
We like bundling pest control with termite protection for a low monthly payment. We couldn't be happier with the results. Most treatments are done outside, and we haven't had any issues in over 3 years.
Call us today for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control.
You don't know what his problem is. But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Happy birthday, Rick Shockley. He had played for me. He runs the Cajun Place. He does a great job down there. Happy birthday, Rick. I hope you have a wonderful day. Tommy, maybe the reason Florida State's keeping Norvell another year, then maybe the guys look at next year's schedule and don't want any part of that. Talk about FSU's schedule in 2026.
Well, if Norvell survives this year, next year is going to be even worse. I mean, he's got a bad schedule, good home schedule if you want to go to Tallahassee and watch the game. But here's their schedule: at Alabama, Central Arkansas in Tallahassee, Florida in Tallahassee, at Boston College, Clemson in Tallahassee, NC State in Tallahassee, SMU in Tallahassee, Virginia in Tallahassee, at Louisville, at Miami, at Pitt, and Notre Dame in Tallahassee.
Man, they got a good home.
Yeah, it's a great home schedule. Wow. Yeah, that'll be a good home schedule, but I don't know about that.
You know, you can sell your season tickets to those games and make money.
Probably could. Yeah. Probably can. If somebody will show up, though.
That's a tough schedule.
That's going to be tough for them.
Don't forget that clock's back Saturday night. We're going to have the time change.
Fall back.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
There was something else I wanted to. Oh, Tampa Bay. Did you hear about this? Tampa Bay is set to host the national championship game in 2029. First time since January 2017. Who played in that game back in 2017 and who won that ball game? Jeremy Friesen. You were there.
Alabama played in it. Clemson won it. The Big 12 officials helped.
Yeah, they got help in that game, and they got help in the Ohio State
sound like
game.
you remember that one, Jeremy.
It was a pick play.
Raymond James Stadium will host it's actually the 2028 football season. The game will be played 2029, as you know. Now, you weren't a big fan of the stadium. It's
too small.
Yeah, it's not that great, is it?
I mean, it's a professional stadium. You're trying to squeeze two. I mean, I watched one ticket outside the stadium go for $5,000 for the game. And it's Alabama Clemson, two huge fan bases trying to press into a 68,000 seat stadium. They brought additional seats in to try to help. I mean, I just think when we've got that type of game, let's at least get it, 85,000 plus venue.
Yeah. Now, we all know this year the game's going to be played in Hard Rock, Miami, which to me, I don't enjoy going down there at all. I just don't like the stadium out there.
I've been there too.
Out in the middle of nowhere, nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
And then the next year, they're going to take it to that brand new, beautiful stadium in Vegas. That's not a big stadium either.
No.
That's about 68,000.
But your pro stadiums are not big stadiums.
Yeah.
I mean, they just aren't. They don't pack them out. And they're half empty most of the time by this time of the season. So
Vegas. So, and then the next one where they should have it probably every year, that or Dallas or Atlanta. But it's going to be, and this would be a great place to go watch. If you've never been to a game there, a big bowl game, you'll love it. New Orleans, that will be played the next year.
And I know that's part of the sort of allure to go to these big towns here, but wouldn't it be cool that if you just kind of had it on a rotation where, national championship would be at Sanford Stadium or flood these places that.
See, I'm different. I'd rather be played indoors where there's no weather doesn't affect it. You're going to get the best play out of both teams. If you're a passing team, running team, I just like it indoors.
I like snow, though.
Yeah, that advantage, the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So. I get what you're saying, though.
Pasadena's a great place, though. I can see that as the site. I mean, I know it's a long way, and typically you've got Southern or East Coast teams having to travel west. But
well, they named the 4 national championship venues, and 2 are inside and 2 are outside. I didn't know this. Did you know Nebraska's lost 28 straight games versus ranked opponents? 28.
It's ranked opponents.
Yeah, I guess right. I didn't know that. That's terrible. What did you think about the SEC commissioner? He wasn't too happy with the NCAA. What did you guys think about this, letting them to bet? They're going to let them bet. And Brian made a good point. He said they're 21 years old. They really can't stop it.
Well, they got money, too.
They could, really. They have stopped in the past. I guess they figure they're going to lose the lawsuit. But do we really want players that first time getting big-time money to go gamble? Good and well, we're going to hear stories about these kids lost every penny they had.
They're probably doing it already, so.
I hope not.
But with all this money, you're right. They'll find out, I can make a lot more money.
$167 million paid so far this year on buyouts.
Make them take an economics class in college.
Tell you what, Saban makes them take stuff like that, all kind of things.
Good idea.
But they're paying people not to coach close to $200 million. Man, what a world. SEC odds, this is by ESPN Sportsbook. Right now to win, this is the morning of October 26th when this came out. Alabama plus 130. Next is A&M plus 185. Georgia plus 600. Ole Miss is fourth plus 1,400. Vandy is next plus 1,500. Texas is next plus 2,200. Tennessee 7,500. And I can't believe they got Florida here, 20,000 plus 20,000. Oklahoma's tied with them. They see Oklahoma falling apart. Getting back to Georgia and Ole Miss, just go 11-1. You don't got to go play in the SEC championship game. You're in great shape.
Great shape.
I mean, you're not SEC champs. That's a goal to all the programs. I get that. You might lose out some bonus money. I get that. But you get rest. You got less chance of an injury. You probably host a home game week 1, which brings a lot of money into your community. How many national championships did Nick win when he didn't go play for the SEC championship? I know it was, 2? Mm-hmm. 2 of the 6, I think.
Yeah, 2 of the 6, yeah.
So what do you think about that? Do you rather see Bama in it?
No. It's just a liability. I mean, yeah, you're SEC champion, but look, Alabama was SEC champion when they beat Georgia, turned around and lost in Indianapolis, and nobody remembers that.
And what's the difference in playing and then not playing?
Well, this is the reason I want them playing it, and I want them to win it. Now, if they play it and lose it, I'm going to be upset. They need to win it because I want to go to the Sugar Bowl. Alabama plays in Sugar Bowl, we're going. We already talked about we're going.
That's just a selfish reason on your part.
That's a very selfish reason because you've been there. So many different bowl games. Bama's been down there. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
You got all your fans for both teams within about 3 blocks. Mm-hmm. And you see them, you run into them, everybody's having a great time. Everybody's pumped up about the game. They got little parades for them down there, all kind of different things going on.
That's great.
You go to all these other different bowl games, you're so, and we went to the Cotton Bowl. That's a big place. And you're staying downtown Dallas. The game's played out in Irvine, and they had most of the events in different places in Dallas. And you didn't see people together. It was just different. Mm-hmm. Miami's the worst. I think Miami's the worst. Atlanta's a little bit better.
Atlanta's better. You can get in the downtown and mix and mingle here.
We get that big convention place.
I mean, everybody heads out of the Superdome on Poydras and straight to Bourbon Street. And it's
I tell you what I love about the SEC Championship game, what they do down there, all the events going on there, all the media there, that's pretty cool.
And it's a great event. I'm not knocking the SEC. I'm just talking about from a standpoint of winning if the goal's the national championship, the SEC championship game is a liability.
Yeah.
Particularly with 16 teams, because the 2 teams that are in, both of them go into the playoff. Both of them have to play, but there's going to be a 3rd or 4th team that didn't have to play that's in the playoff.
And if you lose it, you drop down the pecking order, you might have to travel week 1.
Right.
You will. You'll probably have to travel week 1. And we can get into all that, how it's unfair. Notre Dame's got the best advantage of any team out there.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about playing a championship game. They don't get rewarded if they win one, but they don't get penalized if they lose one. They can schedule whoever they want
They have to
because
play
they got
5
the
ACC
name.
games. That's it.
They get to keep all the money. I don't get it. They made us play 9 SEC games. Big Ten flexed their muscle, and we bowed down to them. We did what they wanted. Now,
So did
we all get together and go, look, y'all need to join either SEC, Big Ten, ACC, or something.
And they're going to go, that's sweet.
And we'll go, okay. We were kidding. We didn't mean it. Far as you know. What?
Instead, I wanted to remind you that we're going to be doing a big giveaway from our friends at Anytime Fitness on 23rd Street in Coronado Village. We're going to be giving away three free, say that fast 3 times, giveaways for a whole workout, month's worth of workouts. So
I tell you what, something better than that. There's something even better than that. You can go free every Sunday. Jeremy, where are you located?
We're right in downtown Panama City, First United Methodist Church. Come join us, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45.
He does a great job. We're out, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your home for the NFL. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Coming up on Thursday Night Football, Tua and your Miami Dolphins host